Well, you wake up in the morning. It's
Never
around,
mind.
say, 8:30. What do you
Never.
mean, why?
Don't you think
It's
like you
so
could have a
fun.
much better time, a
If
much
Danny was there.
listen, don't you think you could have a much better time if you're doing something that was like individually fulfilling?
This is individually fulfilling.
Like
In
don't
your
don't
own
those
way.
don't those things get like a trump card over like general cruises and hot tubs?
Alright, define a trump card.
What do you mean a personal trump
What
card?
is this trump card?
A trump card is like
I know what it is.
or a trump suit. Yeah, it's like in cards like a
I
suit
know
that's
what it is.
oh
I'm saying, like, give me an example.
here
Yeah, on the
in
show.
in the cruise subject
No, like, what is an example that beats what cruise ship?
that beats cruise ships. I'm not saying that there is another. Maybe cruise ships, are the best. The best. Like, cruise ships are just a generally accepted vacation time. They're
Yes.
generally accepted to have a good time. But
Yes.
wouldn't something override that with like a personal relationship or like a goal that you've been working on to better yourself? Wouldn't those take precedent? Wouldn't those be better than any cruise ship or even like a space cruise, or a spa?
Space cruise.
or
Okay,
something like
space
that?
cruise wins. We have a winner. Space cruise. You're shifted. You wake up, solar flare. You stop off in Mars. Maybe a little Jupiter gaseous exploration.
You could go with Jupiter.
You see the planet that never was. It's a little planet called Pluto. You take pictures. I'm on the planet that never was. You maybe converse with the local Balzorgians, the alien species that lives in colonies on the rings of Saturn. Yeah, space cruise, man. You win. You win. Space cruise.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk standardized testing.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about that. All right, go. Let's go.
All right. I don't have anything to talk about standardized testing. Do you have anything? I mean, it's stupid,
It's stupid. I don't think it's stupid.
Oh no, a state level.
On a state level?
Yeah, like
Oh, I thought you were referring to like ACT,
no,
SAT.
no. See, I'm a believer that ACT and SAT hold more weight, in my heart than transcript. But that's because I'm a great test taker and I'm terrible at school. So there is no, backup to that. In reality, transcript is probably better because it shows your what's a word for God, like over time, your
Change.
no,
Your
not
development.
yeah, like your development over time
Yeah.
and your sustained effort into your qualitymanship of work. Whereas SAT.
So you're saying it might be more insightful into your person,
Yes.
not
But in a
necessarily
much,
as insightful
like
as
a longer way. I mean,
you are as a scholar.
it's saying, it's a clearer picture of your character as opposed to your intelligence. And character is what colleges sort of look at before intelligence. Because any old schmuck can be intelligent, except retards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
That's,
the patio hour on standardized testing. All right. So enough about whatever we were talking about before. That ship has sailed. Right now, we're going to talk about something that I really enjoy, but I don't want to pretend to be an expert on. But the wonderful world of tea. Hot tea, cold tea, iced tea, sweet tea. All sorts of teas. I sort of grew up drinking tea because my mom is like a big tea buff, and all sorts of different, flavors. But it's mostly black tea, which is it's a nice type of tea. It's not my favorite. It's like a little too thick for me. Like I like a more like a light airy tea. Black tea is good for it usually has a pretty fair amount of caffeine. Um, and like thick like English breakfast teas that you put like cream in and stuff are black teas. Um, I prefer green tea as my choice of tea, and hot or cold. And then what I like to do is if you ever go to Starbucks, they probably have the best, even though it's more expensive, tea that you can purchase around, for like a drink. I usually get like the shaken green tea, and then you have them put like just one pump of raspberry syrup in it, and it's like fruity, but it's like that strong tea sense, and it's like very light. They also have chai tea, which I don't really know where it came from. Like, I feel like it's just recently, like the past couple of years, getting popular. But before that, I had never heard of it. And that's like a winter tea. Like that's a tea I could sit down by my fire and drink. It's like like spices, but like warm spices, like like the cinnamon, not like the oregano. Um, Tivana. That's a pretty fly place to go.
Tivana.
Tivana. It's my we sometimes get my mom's stuff from there. They have it's like buying drugs when you go in there, because what they do is they have these big like barrel ish things of all different types of teas, and it's like $14 an ounce. Like $4 an ounce, $2.50 an ounce, and and then they bring it out and you look at it and it's like it's pretty crazy, but it is ridiculously expensive. But I'd say it's worth it. You just have to get like a tea ball, and you put the stuff in there, boil it, muy delish. They also have free samples, which are great. Tyler, how do you take your tea?
I'm not anywhere near as much of a connoisseur as Nathan's family is. It's his whole family.
On everything, not just connoisseurs on tea. Connoisseurs on everything.
I would connoisseurs on everything.
Everything suburbia. Power tools, ask us. Bake sales, ask us.
Camping.
Camping, ask us. Other activities include golf on the weekends, get-togethers, barbecues. You want to know about PTO, parent-teacher organization, ask us.
Okay.
But T, especially ask us. Tyler, go.
Should have said traffic rules.
I've been to traffic court. So has Tyler.
Yeah.
I could tell that story.
No, that story sucks.
Now we're entire.
No,
audience.
I wanted to say one thing on your tea thing. I wanted to ask if you could compare the best tea, which is apparently sold at Starbucks, and the contenders, the big ones like Burger King, their sweet tea, the tea and sweet tea of McDonald's, maybe any other ones.
I can do that for
Subway.
you, but I can't talk much. Subway, we'll start off with them. Not a big fan of their sweet tea. They have like the Fuse. They don't. I don't think they make it there. I mean, obviously not, but it's very. It's like corporate. It's like you could buy the tea that they have somewhere else. Starbucks is my favorite. It's not too sweet. Just right amount of everything. You go to McDonald's. That's where I always used to get sweet tea. But like the older I got, the less I had a taste for it, because it's simply so sweet. Like,
Yeah,
I would not even bother. I enjoy it. I think it's almost addicting to a point, but it's I wouldn't really call it tea. It's pretty much like sugar water with like light tea flavoring. Never been to Burger King. Well, I've been, obviously, but never gotten the tea there. And Wendy's. I don't think I've ever gotten the tea there. Oh, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has some pretty good tea. My mom actually used to buy she makes iced tea most of the time, but like if we're going on a trip or she needs quick access, she would buy they like sell gallon containers of the Chick-fil-A tea, and that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's probably the best fast food after Starbucks. If you
What do you think the aristocracy drinks on a regular basis?
I think the aristocracy has a mutual tea fund where they all put money in and they're shipped ceramic tea
No, do you think they
urns.
drink tea together?
No, I think they drink
More,
Jack Daniels.
yeah, more
More hard.
alcoholic stuff.
Yeah, yeah. The men drink Jack Daniels and the women drink Cosmopolitans.
Yeah.
And the lesbians drink Southern Comfort of sweet whiskey. So it's the best of both worlds. Or maybe that's the bisexuals.
I think that's kind of an interesting difference. Yeah?
Yeah. Just had an earthquake.
Not again.
All right. Well, that's the world of tea for you.